Arrange little boxes in a row. Neighbors and friends that you don't know. Here's a vodka waiting line. Can't you see I'm doing fine? It's what I've always wanted. Two little kids out on the lawn. Once we had love, now it's gone. Good things haven't happened yet. I'm empty as a movie set. It's what I've always wanted. Hey, here's to you, California. Beautiful haze of suburbia. Living in the perfect weather.
Dude, fuck 2016. All of my favorite actors are dead. And David Bowie died. Dude.
Okay.
Snape is dead.
I didn't know what the bit was. You really just threw this out. No, yeah, fuck 2016.
Harambe.
That 2016 took so much from us.
Worst year of my fucking life.
I can't imagine having a worse year than 2016. And not to mention, cap it all off, freaking Donald Trump is taking office next year.
Cheeto?
He's freaking, oh god.
It's like,
gee,
don't worry.
Prince? Muhammad Ali?
Here I thought those statues of him naked in Central Park with the tiny penis were gonna convince us, like, he's not gonna win. Here I thought Alec Baldwin doing the funniest impression was gonna kick this MF out of here.
But no!
Now we're stuck with him for 4 goddamn years.
But you know what? We should give him a chance.
You know, maybe he'll pick the right, like, cabinet members, some people who might have some good ideas who will help him, guide him through this. Because, like, you know what? The people voted for him.
I searched fuck 2016 on Google, and like, if you go to images, just so many, just like memes and like created images of just fuck 2016.
I hope they had fun making those.
Two of the images is just, one of them is the Hollywood sign, but it says Hollyweed.
Oh, dude, that was the funniest day of my life when that happened. Everyone was like, Seth Rogen, you son of a bitch.
Seth, you friggin' goober.
Oh, man. Fuck Mark Zuckerberg. He made Trump president.
One day we'll get one day we'll be sitting down in 2021 and we're gonna forget all about this.
But I don't want to forget about those funny memes where Joe Biden is whispering to Obama.
Oh,
and being like, should we leave a whoopee cushion in the Oval Office?
Oh man, how can you not love Uncle Joe?
He's so wholesome and sweet. He's a funny man, a goofball.
Did everyone still love Joe Biden in 2016, or was it revealed at that point that he was?
We were on that Kool-Aid, baby. He was funny.
We were on that Joe Biden.
We're on that Joe-Lade. Oh yeah, kids. You put the sugar in the drink and you mix it, and you got the Kool-Aid. Or if you're too lazy, they come in the little Capri Sun packs.
Right.
The Joe-Lade. Oh yeah.
Riding that Joe Biden wave. You can say we're riding that Biden.
We were riding with Biden. What if you really pronounce it like phonetically correct? You're like, riding with Biden.
You know what else happened in 2016?
The year that it is.
Yeah. You know what? Today's December 31st.
Happy New Year.
2016. And so everything that has happened this year has already happened.
We're celebrating our favorite Blink-182 album, the new Blink-182 album that we love, on Cinema of the State, the first ever Blink-182 and film discussion podcast. Happy 2016. Can't wait for 2017 tomorrow.
Man, I love a good New Year's Eve podcast record.
I love a last minute concept episode. Light on the concept.
Yeah, really.
It's a different day.
Really half-assed on the concept. just we're recording this in a different year, but we're not. It's 2016.
Yep, Donald Trump's president. Oh man, but I can't wait to see the movie Split.
Oh hell yeah!
M. Night's back, baby.
I freaking love James McAvoy.
I'm Michael McCabe.
And who knows? I have a feeling that movie might connect to a larger shared universe of one of M. Night's other movies.
It's like, are you the lady in the water? He's like, welcome to my village.
I have a sign for you.
Oh man, that's the scariest scene ever. Aliens.
Oh man, the alien walked by the camera. It's so scary.
They drank water bottles or something.
Oh. It's so scary. You know what's scary about that movie? Mel Gibson.
Racism is the scariest fucking thing. However, we will be giving him an Oscar very soon.
We will?
Or a nomination.
Oh yeah, we will.
For his new war movie with Andrew Garfield, where he gets.
With
Did
Spider-Man.
you ever see that movie?
I saw it. Yeah, I did watch that movie.
Yeah, like when remember when little Andrew Garfield hits his brother with a brick?
No, I don't remember that part.
That's what makes him a pacifist, as he gets yelled at by his dad for hitting his brother with a brick. He's like, I'm never gonna shoot a gun again, pa.
That would turn anybody, being lectured by your father.
See, like, you didn't grow up with siblings, so you never knew the experience of accidentally hurting one another and, like, being like, don't tell mom! Or, like, getting yelled at for it.
No, not really. Kind of hung out by myself, played my video games, and...
What was your favorite kid game? I was a Sonic kid. I played Sonic Adventure 2 Battle like a man, raising children in the Chow Garden.
I had a lot of favorite games, I guess. Like I liked Mario. I guess Super Mario Sunshine's one of them.
It's a good game.
But then I also liked Zelda when I was a kid, even though it was like partially too hard for me to play, and then partially kind of too scary in parts for me to play as a child. Mm-hmm. I liked the movie tie-in games that came out for movies I liked, so I liked the Shrek game.
Did you like Jak and Daxter?
I never got into Jak and Daxter.
I like Jak and Daxter.
I don't know anything about
Jak 2?
I don't know nothing about Jak and Daxter.
They dropped Daxter out of the title. Jak 2 is just like GTA in the future.
Oh, hell yeah.
You're just like flying in cars and like shooting like laser guns so it gets a T rating. It's cool. I was allowed to play it as a kid, and I was like, this is the coolest shit ever.
Hell nah. You can't be playing T-rated games as a kid.
Imagine if they like really enforced that. They're like, this wasn't for your son, isn't it?
I need to verify that you're buying this for you.
Ma'am, why exactly are you going to be playing the third Jak game? Are you familiar with the franchise?
I'm a big fan.
I'm going to give you a quiz.
A 10 question multiple choice quiz. The desk is in the back. You have 10 minutes.
Essay.
Yeah, there's a short essay.
One paragraph on why you like Jak and Daxter.
What's your favorite part of the first game?
This new Blink-182 album, though, I'd say has been pretty decent.
Yeah, interesting album to release this year, California.
Perhaps maybe soon there'll be a maybe like a deluxe edition with like 12 more songs.
Ooh, I hope they release a deluxe edition. I doubt it'll have 12 more songs though. Probably like maybe 1 or 2 bonus tracks and then some like live or some live versions and demos. Probably just
Nah, I think they're gonna give us the full shebang.
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 Shebang who?
Yo mama.
Oh!
Hey!
Don't talk about my mom.
And the titular track on California has Blink-182 paying tribute to their hometown and reflecting on life there. In an interview with Spotify, my boy Mark Hoppus said, "All these people come to California with the dream and the possibility that anything can happen." And it does. But there's also this weird, dark underside of living in California and Los Angeles that I like. Spooky.
Yeah, it's kind of a place for twisted freaks and weirdos.
Fucking scoundrels.
Yeah, if you live in California, you got to be at least a little fucked up, and we know because we've had some guests that live in California, and each one of them is a fucking freak.
They're the most twisted freaks I know, but I love them all.
I wouldn't want them any other way.
But California is a very slow song, kind of similar to the Home Is Where Your Heart Is, I'd say. That one?
Yeah.
Is that what that song's called?
What was that song? I don't remember what that song was. What was it called?
But I wish this was a little bit more like that song, I think. Because that song's a little more heavy on the acoustic, I think. And this one has too much going on.
I agree. And for I just don't think this song is very interesting.
It's not interesting. They have nothing to say, but I think like a stripped down like acoustic version would be nice to listen to.
Yeah, it would. And I do think some of the lyrics are like nice, and I appreciate that it's not like just a total like love letter to California. There's kind of a sadness there and about kind of melancholy about
sometimes
the place
living here sucks.
The place that you grew up and things changing and moving on, which is nice, but the song just like whatever. Like I don't know, the melody I think is kind of annoying. It doesn't really. They didn't really find what I don't think they really found what they needed to really sell this. And the production again does it no favors. Mark just sounds so fucking
overproduced.
Overproduced, like just so many effects put on his voice.
The chorus is
it doesn't
just
sound great.
S-ing California's D, and I'm not here for that.
Yeah, I'm not really into S-ing any Ds.
However, I've had the conversation about how, like, if you don't, when someone's like, I wouldn't do it for X amount of dollars, I'm like, well, that's fiscally irresponsible.
Now you are just not taking your future into account. The other night, there's like this kind of dark
sucked a
bridge
dick.
where,
And
like... yeah. The other night, I sucked a dick for $100. And I was able to pay my rent this month.
So thank you, officer.
The other night, me and Annie were by this like kind of dark bridge by our house, and it's like it's kind of on a road. It's on a road that's like not quite the main road, but it's not like super like in the backwoods or anything. But it's dark. There's no lights under it. And Annie was just like, how much money would it take for someone to pay you to go stand under that bridge? And I was like, what? She was like, just to go stand under that bridge right now. And I was like, $10? Like, I guess that's not that hard. And she was just like, I'm scared of the dark.
Me too.
And then she was like, how about all night? And I was like, I don't know. That seems like more of an inconvenience than anything. Like, for me. I don't know.
That's where it's like, how much longer am I willing to stand? Do I get my phone? Can I have a portable charger?
Do I have to just stand here and do nothing?
Can I queue
'cause
up
then,
like a podcast so I can like count the hours?
I wanted to at least be, I mean, just so it's worth it, I wanted to at least be double the amount that I would make working at work for that amount of time. So it needs to at least be $30 an hour.
That's where it's like S-ing back to S-ing a D.
Everything goes back to it.
Like if you think about it, like $50 to $100 isn't even that bad because think about like how much you make like an hour at work, like the $12 to $15.
Oh yeah.
But like S-ing a D for that's like $100 for less than 30 minutes work probably.
Yeah, that like the pay rate is amazing for S-ing a D.
Look, I've done it!
Okay, fine, I fucking admit it.
Yo, pause, bro. What's the first verse from my man Mark as he sings about his favorite place in the whole wide world?
California.
California!
No, he's singing about box. Beige little boxes in a row. Neighbors and friends that you don't know. Here's a form. Go wait in line. Can't you see I'm doing fine?
It's a dirty episode.
It's what I've always wanted. 2 little kids out on the lawn. Once we had love, now it's gone. Good things haven't happened yet. I'm empty as a movie set. It's what I've always wanted. So, like I said, some sadness, but also some appreciation for his hometown in California. But time is clearly moving on, and it's making him reflect.
A lot of annotations.
Oh, many.
Beige little boxes in a row. Neighbors and friends that you don't know. Mark chides the concept of suburban tract homes. Every house looks the same and no one's interested in getting to know their neighbors. Tract homes have become more common in the 21st century as volume building reduced construction costs and labor contracts. Interesting.
There's a lot of these in Texas.
There's a lot of these like in the South, I feel like.
Yeah, they're all. I mean, well, I'm like that's something that Annie has noted living in Texas is that all the houses here are ugly because there's so many that are like that. Whereas in her hometown, they're like very distinct.
Yeah,
So,
but like
I guess it depends on where you're at.
mine all look the same, but not like in a bad way.
Right.
But then sometimes you ever see like where someone like really like fucking overdoes their house, and it's like looks like so different compared to everyone else's, where it's like off-putting, or it's like, why did you make
Sure.
your house a mansion?
Sure. I've been in houses in my like hometown, in my home neighborhood that like are the exact same interior layout as my house. And so it was just it would be kind of disconcerting.
So here's a form. Go wait in line. Can't you see I'm doing fine? It's what I've always wanted. Mark depicts an everyday person's life where he must wait in line since he doesn't have any privileges over others. Regardless, that doesn't bother him, and he believes that this is the perfect life. The life he always desired. And then there's a line of a bunch of people standing on a line. One guy has a tennis racket for some reason.
Yeah, well, it's a bunch of different people. I don't really get what the joke is. It seems that they're all mad.
It's
at
just the mundanity of life, man. Waiting on a line.
Is that it? Okay, but no, there's something more to this. They're at like a bagel shop.
That's the ultimate like political cartoon joke, is that just like there is no joke.
I need to decipher this because they're clearly at some kind of bagel shop, and he is the only one that is like out of place. He's like a tennis player, and he's in his athletic.
Is that
clothes.
he's like
Everyone
a rich like country club guy, and everyone else is like working class, and he's buying a bagel.
Maybe that's it. And he's taking his sweet ass time, and everyone else is trying to get back to
the 9 to 5,
to the grind, to the grind of their freaking jobs. And this guy's just trying to get back to his private tennis court.
He's trying to get back to Mar-a-Lago.
Oof, don't mention that. I'm gonna go crazy.
It's gonna be like the second White House, I bet, in 2017.
I'm gonna go freaking nuts if you mention that again.
I bet no one goes to his inauguration.
Oh, I bet no one fucking shows up.
So 2 little kids out on the lawn. In an interview with
sounds nice.
Fuse, Blink stated that this is a nod to raising your family in your home state. Okay. This song was us giving credit to how lucky we are to have lived here and grown up here, raising families here, the whole thing. This shows a more mature Blink describing their life as adults and enjoying their families. Aw.
Lame.
Once we had love, now it's gone. Good things have happened yet. I'm empty as a movie set. It's what I've always wanted. In LA, people think it's all bright lights, money, and fame, but it's also a very lonely place as well. A movie set could be busy and upbeat, but the people there are empty without purpose.
All right, we'll be sure to. I'm going to ask Wyatt about this line and see if he agrees. Wyatt, are you without purpose?
Yeah. So they're like lights, camera, action, and then they say cut. Everyone goes home, and then it's like the whole. It's like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air set. That meme from the finale of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air where he's standing in the empty house.
Oh, okay.
Then my boy Mark, my boy Matt, they come in there with, "Hey, here's to you, California. Beautiful haze of suburbia. Living in the perfect weather. Spending time inside together." Nice.
This sounds like a Christmas song.
"Hey, here's to you, California." And that whole thing is annotated, baby. This toast to the Golden State is reminiscent of Simon and Garfunkel's Ode to an Older Woman, Mrs. Robinson. And here's to you, genius, you're reaching. This is nothing like Mrs. Robinson. The chorus represents the irony of making memories indoors together despite having the access to the plethora of activities made available by California's climate. Yeah, guys, did you know California's hot?
Yeah, it's freaking toasty over there. Also, just saying, like, just because they say "here's to you" in a song, that does not mean it is an ode to "here's to you, Mrs. Rob." I want to hear it from the fucking horse's mouth if that's true.
Mark Hoppus better have said, "This is my ode to Art Simon and Art Garfunkel and Paul Simon." And if he doesn't, I'm taking genius to the friggin' courts, baby.
I am. I'm taking whoever fucking wrote this. Who is this? One contributor. Who is this? Oh, it doesn't even fucking say who wrote this.
Coward!
God, I'm losing my goddamn mind.
So then there's one more verse from Mark. Matt just has a little role on this one. He chimes in, but this is mostly Mark's love letter to his home state.
Yeah, Matt wanted to be in on this one, but he looked at Mark and said, "Brother, you take it away."
I'm a Chicagoan.
I know nothing about this fucking place. But Mark has to say, "Wearing all black out at the beach. Faces I've seen in magazines. Let's take a walk out on the pier. Watch the shoreline disappear. It's what I've always wanted."
So, Southern California has a popular goth scene in the 80s.
Yes, definitely.
That's a reference to that. Genius doesn't even give us the annotations. That's just my own being a fucking smart person.
That's just Mike's own freaking thoughts coming from his head.
My
all
brain!
The things he knows. all the things he knows in his head finally paying off in the form of being able to talk about them on this podcast.
But then Faces I've Seen in Magazine, and we get an unreviewed annotator. And I honestly...
Take it with a grain of salt.
It's not sharing who wrote it either on this one. And I feel like it's because we've doxed so many of them. This new Genius page is different. And Trace and I have spent the last year and a half just revealing people's names and calling them stupid.
We gotta change this.
And now we're in trouble.
I wasn't contacted about it, so this is a pretty passive aggressive way to let us know.
Change the whole page.
That's a lot of shit to do. That's a lot of coding.
So Faces I've Seen in Magazines relates to celebrities, as many high-profile people live in California or Los Angeles. A lot of them get interviewed for different magazines, and this shows how when you live in certain areas of the state, you're more likely to come across these high-profile people. Yeah, it's like L.A., you're gonna see friggin'...
Who are you gonna see? The Rock.
The Rock, or Key and Peele, or New York, you're gonna see Woody Allen.
That's who you would see in New York.
You always run, and he's like, does anybody, I need a cab.
If you go to Atlanta, you're gonna see the Migos.
Hi, amigos. Let's take a walk out on the pier, watch the shoreline disappear. It's what I've always wanted. I guess he likes,
I guess you could say he likes long walks on the beach.
Oh, Mark, you romantic MF. And then, hey, here's to you, California is the same with the chorus. And then we get some na 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 whoa whoa whoa. Na 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 whoa na 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 whoa na 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 whoa na 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 whoa. And we've talked before about good nanas and bad nanas, and I gotta say, bad nanas.
Yeah. This is a flop.
Shitty nanas. It says the signature Blink lyrics that date back to All the Small Things from 1999 with na 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 na, which are great nanas.
Those are some fantastic nanas. This? No.
Check out them nanas.
Nah? More like, yeah, nah.
Ooh, you see them nanas? This shit is bananas.
One of this shit is bananas. I don't want it. Get rid of it.
Shit's gotta go. We gotta pack up and go on a road trip to California.
Oh, well, this song has inspired me.
With a K.
To get out to California with a K.
With a K.
With a K.
California!
Early and Adele are an unusual couple. She takes pictures, he takes lives. Brad Pitt of A River Runs Through It, Cape Fear's Juliette Lewis, California, rated R. Starts Friday, September 3rd.
Starring Brad Pitt and Juliette Lewis and David Duchovny and some other lady. Michelle Forbes. Apparently she was in The Hunger Games. We all know and love her from that. I don't, because I haven't seen the one she was in. I only saw the first one.
Right. That's fine.
But this movie is Brad Pitt just fucking doing it.
So the film tells the story of a journalist, David Duchovny, and his photographer girlfriend, Michelle Forbes, traveling cross-country to research serial killings who unwittingly carpool with a psychopath, Brad Pitt, and his childlike girlfriend, who is Juliette Lewis. So
she's quirky. She's like Zoe Desch.
Yeah, exactly like that.
It's the second of two films in which Brad Pitt and Juliette Lewis co-starred together and played a criminal couple. The first was the TV film Too Young to Die. They started dating while shooting Too Young to Die in 1989 when Lewis was 16 years old and Pitt was 26. Oof. The relationship ended in 1993,
Yikes.
shortly after California was released. Director Dominic Sena did not know that Lewis and Pitt were a couple when he cast them. He was looking for someone to play Adele when he saw Lewis in Too Young to Die and immediately wanted her for his film. While searching for an actor to play Early Grace, Sena noticed Pitt in Thelma and Louise. And also there said something in this that Brad Pitt really wanted to branch out from roles like Thelma and Louise, where he was known for being like a good boy. So he really just wanted to be a fucking freak in this.
He wanted to be a freaking dirty scoundrel.
He is.
What he is.
An absolute psychopath.
I mean, he is definition of a psychopath. Just put the picture of Brad Pitt's character in the dictionary next to psychopath, just like the one line in the movie about white trash, but instead it's psychopath.
Also be next to like a dirty. He'd be under Dirty Boy.
He would be under Dirty Boy. Which
one dirty boy in this.
I mean, the best part of the movie.
Him.
He is. He's really selling this thing.
He's like a complete and utter psycho. His first scene, he's like running people over with his car or something. He kills his landlord.
Yeah. Kills a dude in the bathroom.
He kills a dude in the bathroom with like a screwdriver or something like that, and like just leaves.
I think it was just a knife.
He just leaves a puddle of blood, water in the bathroom's dips.
Yeah. And he lies, and he said he was taking a shit. That's why he took so long.
Took a big one.
Took a big stinky dump.
Big dumper in the bathroom. And then he said there's no sink. Which implies
pretty funny.
He's like, I didn't wash my hands, by the way. I was in there for 30 minutes.
And he like touched him. He like gave him a little pat.
Gives him a kiss.
Filmed in Georgia and rural inland California in the spring of 1993, this movie premiered at the Montreal World Film Festival on August 27, 1993. And it won some prizes.
Whoa, they like rushed this out. Holy shit.
Yeah, they really did. It was released theatrically the following week in the United States, but was a box office bomb, grossing $2.4 million against a nearly $9 million budget. The film received mixed reviews from critics, with some praising its art house sensibilities, while others dismissed it as a violent exploitation film. Despite this, the film's acting was largely praised, and critic Roger Ebert heralded the performance of Pitt and Lewis among the best he had ever seen.
Whoa. For like the most mediocre movie, this is the best acting I've ever seen. And it does elevate the movie, as these two. Duchovny is like whatever. Like Duchovny and Michelle Forbes are like, I guess, like serviceable, but like Brad Pitt and Juliette Lewis are just friggin' like dominating every time they're on screen.
Yeah, Duchovny and Forbes like really like sell just what they need to, which is like I guess it's kind of how they're
be reactionary to
like,
Brad Pitt and Juliette Lewis.
Yeah, like y'all are kind of second fiddle to this other couple who are in this movie who are fantastic. Both of them are great.
They're fantastic, but they're awful people.
Oh, wait, you're telling me you like these characters even though one of them kills people?
Are you some kind of twisted fuck up who thinks Tony Soprano is the good guy?
You watch 7 seasons of this fucking guy.
You watch 7 seasons of this
like
guy
that?
and you think like and now you want to see him get shot in the head? No, he cut to black. Be mad, pussy.
And now you're gonna go see him in the prequel.
Played by his kid.
All right. So yeah, they're really good in a movie that's kind of like okay.
Essentially, I literally just finished watching this movie.
Yeah, we both like just watched it like not too long. Mike literally just finished watching it just right before we started recording.
The second the credits started, I hit the ring.
I'm fucking ready.
I need to talk about this. I have to get all my thoughts out right now as I listen to the song at the same time.
Played the Blink-182 song California as the credits song.
As it should have been.
Yeah, why didn't they use that song for the credits?
So this movie, apparently, it says originally titled California. The script was written by Tim Metcalf with Stephen Levy in 1987. Metcalf later commented their intentions were to scare an audience, to comment on our national obsession with true crime stories, and to punish myself for my morbid preoccupation with the subject of murder and murderers.
Very ahead of their time.
Very. Why did they call it? Why did they change it? There's no explanation for why is it just like killers?
So I wanted to theorize why it's with California with a K.
I think it's just that.
I literally think I think it's even less than that. Maybe
Uh-oh.
That's probably part of it. I think it's even just like it'll just set the title apart. Just California with a K. That'll be more notable than just California.
Your English teacher just gets real mad at you, and you're like, "That's what the movie's called, bitch."
Bitch.
That's 5 demerits.
What are you talking about? We don't do demerits. You old hag.
Send me to ISS. This is how I'm going to learn. Put me in ISS where I'm just going to not read the book you assigned me.
I'm just not gonna do anything and hang out with all the other bad kids. Shit, I want to go to ISS.
International Space Station, here we come.
The internal speaker service.
So why do they pick them up? Just to
Okay, so
like they were like, is that like a thing where like people were like, hey, we'll split the costs back then? That sounds like suspicious.
I don't know if that was like a thing, but the movie sells it as just like they needed the extra money to get out to California. Like they're kind of hard pressed for cash. And so they just wanted some extra hands to help pay for gas to get out for California, because he says his car only gets 8 miles to the gallon.
All right, Trace, explain
Now
this.
listen.
I don't know how a car works. I just drive it, and
Okay,
then I put the key in, I turn it on, I see that it's getting near empty, I say, fill it up, baby. And then...
Well, okay, let's start there. How many miles do you think you drive before it gets to empty? Like, how long does it take you to get to empty?
Here's the thing, I can't really tell you, because the car that I drove most of my life has been, like, didn't have, like, a thing where, like, the miles went down. So I never really could pay it. I just, like, would, like, see it's like, oh, it's starting. It would be, like, every 2 weeks I would fill it up.
Okay, that's fair. Like, okay. Annie's car, which I guess is our car, but I drive a Mustang. Annie's car, her Kona.
Bad boy over here, Mustang Trace over here.
Don't even.
Hey, gas guzzler, let's kill this fucking planet. I'm fucking on one today.
The Mustang isn't even that bad of a gas guzzler. It's fine. And I didn't buy the car. It was given to me. So, Annie's car, her Kona, her Hyundai Kona, does have the mileage thing. Her car, you get about 350 miles every time you fill up. I'm not sure how big her gas tank is. Let me look this up. Gallons in Hyundai Kona. Mike has fallen asleep. The Kona has 13.2 gallons. So let's do this math. Hold on, calculator. $350 divided by 13.2. That is 26.51 miles to the gallon. He says his car only gets 8 miles to the gallon. And if you take, let's just say that car has 13 gallons in it to fill up. That's like 100 miles you can go before you have to fill it. That's ridiculous.
So they're filling up like every hour?
Yeah, like every hour and a half.
Man, the 90s,
so that's,
baby.
So
how'd we even get places?
That's why they need Brad Pitt and his development deficient girlfriend to help them pay for gas.
I'm so glad we did the math on this movie on why they need to take this psychopath and his mentally child-like girlfriend.
Yeah.
Well, literally his child girlfriend.
The movies reflect real life.
He groomed her.
Shame on you, Brad.
Speaking of Brad and kids, Michael Kuhn, head of Polygram, the studio behind the film, organized a get-together at his LA home for industry folk and invited several Polygram stars, such as Brad Pitt, who had recently starred in California. Much to Kuhn's surprise, Pitt turned up early while he was still in the shower. His wife welcomed Pitt inside, and it is believed that Pitt watched cartoon on the sofa with their kids while the parents were getting ready, much to their amusement. So, while Brad Pitt might have groomed Juliette Lewis, he also sounds like a kick-ass babysitter.
You need someone to watch your kids. He's your man.
Get my man BP on the alert. Also in the IMDb trivia that I think is funny is just that it says David Duchovny later starred in TV series Californication, which is like, thanks.
Well, it's because it's California.
Jason,
I mean, two interesting points is that Sean Penn was considered for the role of Early Grace, which is who Brad Pitt plays. He that would have been funny because he's a problematic guy. And then Keanu Reeves was considered for the role of Brian Kessler. I could definitely
that would have been
Reeves.
So much better.
Yeah, I could definitely see him in that role. That would have made a lot of sense.
Hey, Early. Come on.
Is that your Keanu?
Hey, how you doing? Well, now I gotta work on it.
I'm just saying I wouldn't know that was Keanu. I'm just being honest.
Trace, how are you doing?
That's pretty good.
I'm thinking I'm back. It's like high-pitched John Hamm.
I'm thinking I'm back.
Remember, like how like he wasn't that good in Bill and Ted. Like he was definitely the weaker of the two. I feel like
Yeah, probably.
he was like not like selling the voice. Like I feel like his voice could have had more of like, eh. It was like, party on, dude.
He definitely doesn't sell it in the third one.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, oh, he's great in the first two. Like, perfect films.
He's in the third one. He's really like not all there.
It's like, thanks for showing up.
So, David Duchovny's character and his girlfriend, he's like writing a book about serial killers, and she takes erotic photos that she can't get sold
because they're too sexy.
They're too freaking sexy, and every time she shows them, they get a hard on and start jacking
like,
off,
stop,
and they
stop showing us your pussy.
they can't complete the deal because every time the photos come up, they have to start jacking off. Anyway,
ma'am,
so
I can't sign it in this ink. It's white.
But he gets offered a book deal, and so they're gonna go to California because that's better suited for them or whatever. And they're gonna do a serial killer road trip stop where they stop at places where serial killers killed people to write the book.
Fun.
Yeah, very cool. And so, but they're short on money, so he posts a rideshare ad on the campus at the university, and so Brad Pitt's character picks it up, and so he is a guy this redneck guy who wears a fucking Confederate flag hat and is with this girlfriend who he beats and who is also developmentally delayed.
He apparently saved her from like a group of abusers. He
saved
thing. Her. And then he also continued to abuse her. But like,
yeah, he's
like the lesser of two evils, I guess, to her.
Yeah, there's an emotional scene where she's explaining why she doesn't want to leave him, and it's because he wouldn't let that happen to her again, but also he does beat her. So very complicated emotional stuff.
He's a traditional man's man. He doesn't let her drink, doesn't let her smoke. No breakfast.
Yeah, no breakfast is a big thing with him.
Just a beer at the diner.
Is it explained why he doesn't like breakfast? Because he thinks Big Cereal made it up to sell cereal is what it's
That's not like, if you think about it though, how much of breakfast food is like literal just like sugar and fat, like compared to like, I mean, yeah, compared to lunch and dinner, like it's like a lot more like fake shit.
So much of breakfast is actually dessert.
Dude, pancakes is just like smearing like sugar on dough.
And I'm not saying I don't like it. Like, I love waffles.
They're delicious.
But I'll eat them all goddamn day.
But Early ain't eating them.
Early ain't eating them waffles.
Early don't want eggs. Unless you're putting it on his burger. Some people like that.
What's going on? What's happening today?
Early does not eat French toast.
And neither does his girl.
Y'all enjoy your pancakes. I
don't like pancakes. I prefer waffles.
I'm a pea cake guy.
Okay.
You know they're the same thing.
Didn't ask. Oh yeah, I know. I know they're made from the same batter.
Weird.
I know. That is fucking weird. I just prefer the ridges on waffles. I like the texture.
They make it harder to butter.
Well, lucky for me, I don't put butter on them. Usually I just do syrup.
Still.
My point stands. So,
What else happens in this?
I mean, early, I don't know. They
go to a bar.
That stop at the bar where he gets in that fight. Is that what you're talking
Yeah,
about?
that's a cool scene. Brad Pitt smacks like 2 beer bottles into a guy's head and then like kicks him a bunch of times, and then everybody takes his side.
Oh yeah, it's pretty dope. Like someone just yells out like, "No, TJ started it. That guy didn't do nothing."
It's like, hell yeah.
Like, oh, okay. Yeah, cool.
I mean, he's kind of right.
I mean, yeah,
It's like you
true. He
happen
came
to
up
just
and
mess with like a psychopath.
He was the one that was being antagonistic. But now David Duchovny wasn't going to do shit.
Pussy.
And
Throw
then
hands, bro.
I mean, his character starts becoming like very attached to Brad Pitt's character in a way, and they start hanging out, and he shows him how to shoot a gun and stuff.
And she's mad about that. She's like, "How dare you?
Yeah.
Practice your Second Amendment right."
Well, she's also informed by Adele is her name, Brad Pitt's girlfriend.
We could have
That
had
he-
it all.
That he went to jail
For
and
having
she
a
says
gun.
it was
He
for having a gun.
he told her it was for resisting arrest. What did he?
It was for having a.
What did he has
was
a
for
lie
having a-
though. He had a lie for why he.
It was for having a gun and resisting arrest, but he told David Duchovny that it was for stealing a car.
Sick.
Sick.
Not much better.
So she starts getting nervous about it. But David Duchovny's just like, chillax, bro, chillax, it's fine.
Babe, come on. Why do you gotta be such
Babe,
a buzzkill? Come on, you're acting crazy.
Come on, babe, you're acting freaking crazy. Come on, babe. God.
And then she's like, "You love taking pictures of where children were murdered." And she's like, "I didn't want to do this." So then they're mad at each other, and then eventually she's like, "You gotta tell them to hit the hay. It's me or them." And he
Not hit the road, hit the hay.
He
They need to go to
and
sleep.
he tells them that, and then he's like pissed. He like traps her in the gas station and kills another dude in there with a plushie of an emoji. Crazy that they had the smiley emoji.
That's crazy that they had that.
And then he pretty much
He
holds.
kills some police officers.
Oh yeah, well then he holds them hostage, and they drive for a while. He's like, "Drive to the next stop on your murder." He was like, "Let's keep the game going." So they go. He's like, "I'm gonna take the pictures now, but like not on a less professional camera, on like a little like disposable one you get at the pharmacy."
Yeah.
And then and then the cops show up. They're like, "Hey, that's the car that left from that murder scene where the guy had the emoji shot in his face."
That car.
Familiar.
We were looking for that car.
Happens to be where you guys are. In this car.
Care to explain? R?
Knew you wouldn't get too far in your car where you are. He's like, "Freeze, Officer Seuss!" And then Officer Seuss gets shot in the stomach.
Yeah, Officer Seuss dies. And then
So does
they
the
go
other
to
one.
they go to
There's 2 cops who get shot. One's a lady, so it's sexist that she gets shot.
Yeah, it is sexist that she dies, but ACAB. And so they go to this house.
A random house where
and-
he keeps calling the lady Mama.
Yeah, he keeps calling her Mama, which he calls his girlfriend Mama too.
And he is like, asks where her husband is because he sees the family photo. And she's like, "Oh, I'm a widow." And he's like, "I'm sorry for your loss."
Very. What happened? I'm so sorry to hear that.
I really thought he was gonna say, "How'd he die?"
How did he die? I'm so sorry.
if you don't mind me asking.
Is his grave nearby? Buy him some flowers.
I would love to kiss his grave.
No, he finds.
And he finds the guy
and he kills him.
with a golf club, right?
Yeah, I think so. He freaking beats him to death.
And then he's got the two of them handcuffed. He's going through their pictures. She's got like a photograph, just straight vagina picture.
Straight puss.
And yeah. And he puts it. He cuts a hole in there and he starts putting his tongue through it. I'm like, icky.
It's like gross. And also, he's saying all of them are bad photos on top of it. I'm like, rude.
He's really. He's like, I'm here to hurt your feelings, woman.
You take bad pictures. Your life's work is bad.
Everything you've ever created is worthless, and I hate you.
And I'm also going to kill you.
Okay, so he shoots Adele, which R.I.P. homegirl, we miss you. And then he's like, I need a new girlfriend, so he kidnaps Michelle Forbes and leaves David Duchovny unconscious. And then he goes to like a nuclear testing site with like a nuclear thing like strapped to the car. David Duchovny takes a truck, I guess from that woman and husband that's dead now. And he accidentally skids off the road and like straight up crashes, like should be dead.
It's very cool.
Oh, it freaking rocks, dude.
Very Dom Toretto of him.
He's like, my woman. If there's one thing I know, I gotta stop my.
You got my girl.
My favorite line in 5 is when he's like, I remember everything about my father.
I saw that recently.
Everything.
It's totally like intelligible.
I like did like a perfect impression of that once, and someone was like, he does not sound. There's no way Vin Diesel sound like not knowing anything about Vin Diesel. And then like I did that impression, and then I played the clip, and it was fucking like, I remember everything about my father.
I remember my father.
Everything. Went to go to the barbecue. He's like, hi, since you're the first one to touch the chicken, you have to say grace. Fast 9, baby, June 25th. I'm saving myself for Vin.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Woo! I get to go back to the theater and I get to see Vin Diesel and John Cena.
Oh god.
Have we ever done
You
a
won't
John
see
Cena movie?
Oh, like for the no, I don't think John Cena's been introduced into our world.
We gotta get John Cena into our world. We got Brad Pitt finally. Brad Pitt's a nice guy.
Hey, we gotta get a John Cena
Hey,
movie.
we gotta get a John Cena movie. The ones maybe we can watch a John Cena movie and then. Charlie Day. So David Duchovny gets into the house. He like hits Brad Pitt, knocks him out for a little bit, and then he finds his girl. She looks like full trauma. Like she really like is like just like in shock. And then he's like, "You MF, I'm gonna kill ya." So he goes to find Brad Pitt, and he tries to kill him, and then they fight for a little bit, and then he shoots him.
Yeah.
And then he wins.
And he kills him.
And then
he wins.
He puts him to rest. They move to California. We flash forward like a year or two later. Michelle Forbes' hair is longer now, so time has passed.
Yes.
And I guess David Duchovny has published his book, and then he starts playing a bunch of his audio recordings from that time. And then on the recording was a little secret recording from Adele, Juliette Lewis, going like, "Hey guys, thank you for taking us. We really love you. Don't forget us." And it's like, yeah. Oh my god, I'm gonna forget about this.
How could I?
Sister, I wish I frickin' could.
Good lord. traumatizing. Am I right?
I'm gonna give this one a 63.
I'll give it a 70.
Nice. That's nice of you.
Yeah, it's nice of me.
They really tried.
Yeah, solid effort with some redeeming qualities. Just not. It never really like lands it totally.
So next week is what should be, in a usual time, the season finale.
Whoa.
And I'm pretty sure it's like a bullshit song though.
Yeah, I know I've heard the next week's song before, but I don't remember it right now.
I think it's a
I know
joke
it's a
song.
but-
However, that's not what's important, because we've got a very fucking special episode planned.
We've got a great episode planned next week. You don't want to miss it.
It literally, I've been working on it all day, making it.
It's Mike's brainchild and his passion project that he's been formulating in his head for some time now.
So enjoy next week when we talk about the Blink-182 song Bohemian Rhapsody,
Yeah.
which like,
Yeah.
oh wow, what choices do we have for there? We picked not that awful film made by a pedophile.
Not that one.
We picked what I'm guessing is a better movie. I haven't seen it ever. I remember seeing the trailers when I was in like 6th grade and being like, oh, that looks tight. It's a film called Brothers, starring
That's right. Which
Tobey Maguire and Jake Gyllenhaal and Natalie Portman. I believe our second Tobey movie.
I have a feeling I kind of remember the plot of this movie a little bit.
It's about a
And I
brother
think-
who cucks his brother, and they're
Yeah, that's what it's
one
about.
of them or both of them are soldiers.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a good one.
We're gonna really
have a lot
love
of fun.
talking about that. I mean,
Yeah, it's on brand.
let's just. I'm not sure which one she's married to. Well, if she's married to Toby, it makes sense to cuck him with Jake Gyllenhaal. If she's married to Jake, that makes no fucking sense.
That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Even though that hurts my feelings because I get told I look like Toby.
I don't think you look like Toby though. So
Thank you.
that's me continue to say Toby's ugly. But Trace is a cutie.
Oh, Mike's a cutie.
We're all cuties. And
Mwah.
you can follow Cinema of the State on Instagram and Cinema of State on Twitter. Mike McCabe sad.
Don't, you're a piece of shit.
If you don't, I'll fucking kill you. Mike McCabe sad on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok.
Oh yeah, follow Mike on TikTok. I'll never make one because I refuse.
Trace is too old
but-
for it. I'm also older than Trace.
Well, my wife has one, and so I see all the TikToks I need to see via her.
Oh wait, do we mean musically?
Yeah,
It's 20.
we mean music.
Oh wait, 10, 9, 8,
8, 7,
6,
5,
4, 3,
2,
2,
1.
2017.
2017 is here.
Oh man, Happy New Year, guys.
To Happy New Year, to bigger and better things. To ring in the new year, you can follow me at Trace Sever on everything that you want to.
Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, the man does it all. His old boss recently followed us on Twitter for some reason. It was.
Yeah.
Do you think he'll listen?
If he knows what's good for him, he won't.
He knows what's good for you. He's like, I don't want to have to cut off all associations with him because I chose to listen to his little thing he does for free. I'm gonna pretend he doesn't do it.
Just gonna ignore all the promotion he does for that. Pretend I didn't see any of that.
But until then, you can catch these boys on the flip with the podcast We'll see you next time in 2021.
That's right.
We'll miss you.
Bye.
She wants to move to California. She must have fucking lost her mind. She wants to move to California. That's how they get you every time.